Hello, Angel Guild family. This is Tracy Trost, the producer and director of the new TV show called The Mercy Ships, exclusively on Angel. I'm on board the Africa Mercy in Madagascar, and you can see I'm hiding underneath a lifeboat. It's kind of a gloomy, rainy day here in Madagascar, so we're just making the best of it. Mercy Ships, the TV show, follows the lives and times of the volunteers. These ships are off the coast of Africa, and they bring the mission basically of hope and healing to a nation that needs it. And they do this by giving surgeries, orthopedics, goiter removal, cleft palates, cataract surgery. It's just an amazing thing. And our show, The Mercy Ships, follows these people. When I met these individuals who are willing to basically fund their own travel and come and serve on the ship, it was amazing, because it's not just doctors, nurses, and surgeons. It's plumbers, it's electricians, it's housekeeping, it's administration, because these are basically like floating cities. They create their own electricity, they deal with their own sanitation, they purify their own water. The first season of Mercy Ships is on Angel Network currently. I believe tonight you're going to watch the first 3 episodes. If you want to do more and see the whole 10 episodes, super easy to do. You just go to angel.com/mercy live. Angel.com/mercy live. And there you can join the Angel Guild, and you can watch all 10 episodes of the first season of the Mercy Ships. Now, that's one advantage of becoming a guild member. The other advantage is you get to vote on the content that is on Angel Network. You get to help decide and support content creators who are bringing content that amplifies light. And if you look on the website, you can see a definition of what amplifies light means. It's like whatever is good, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, what is every good report. You know, these are the things that you want to focus on. And that's what Angel Network's focus is how do we bring content to the world that's going to make a difference and change lives. And that's the important thing. When you watch the show, there's areas there where you can leave comments on what you like about the show, what you'd like to see more of the show, the things that inspired you, and just general, comments, because it's important. We're making this content for you. You are the viewer, you are the audience, and we want to make content that uplifts you and amplifies light, and it makes you want more, because that's really what it's all about in the end, and saving lives. So tonight, you get to see the first 3 episodes of the show for free. And if you want to see all 10 episodes, just go to angel.com/mercy live. And then there you get to watch all 10 episodes of the first season of the Mercy Ships. And hopefully you'll love it. And next year when we bring you season 2, you'll want to see that as well. So Tracy Trost here with the Mercy Ships. Thanking you for joining this live stream. Thanking you for supporting angel.com and just being amazing. So that's it. Signing out. We'll see you later.
On this season of the Mercy Ships.
I have to take these guys 1 second.
Waking up at 3 a.m. every day definitely isn't easy.
In emergency situations, the blood is still warm from a crew member and it goes into the patient.
We're gonna do one of the kids' favorite thing, and that is do a Nerf war.
Oh, that's not good.
These children from the blind school, they are a choir. What do you think if we ask these children if they want to sing on our track? Obviously, I love this idea.
This is my volunteer option. I come here to make drinks for people and serve the crew.
So my husband Thomas is the head chef on the Africa Mercy, but we've actually been apart for quite a long time, and I miss him.
The hardest thing for me is being away from my family.
Well, the secret is that Beth's sister, Kate, her twin sister, is coming to the ship.
Can we check the forecast?
Hey, can I sit here?
Heavenly Father, guide us in this dive. Keep us safe.
The divers still haven't come up.
This is the Mercy Ships. For more than 40 years, thousands of volunteers from over 60 nations have come together with one driving purpose. They are everyday people who've left the familiar behind to serve where the need is greatest. Together, they have become a family with the mission to bring hope and healing to the world's forgotten poor. Amidst the tears and the triumphs, the setbacks and the successes, they press on, driven by the unwavering belief that hope can conquer even the greatest of trials. In every act of kindness, every hand held, and every life saved, they find their purpose. A journey of faith and love that transcends borders and transforms lives. Every story real, every moment unforgettable. Join us as we uncover the extraordinary journeys of those who give their time, their hearts, and their skills as you come aboard the Mercy Ships.
Okay, Lawrence, you want to take it away?
Number 11, Rejoice Africa.
I like to say that I started training to be a seafarer when I was 17, so that's 50 years ago. My name is Richard O'Shea. I'm from Dublin in Ireland, and I'm the captain. I like to think that God was preparing me to be the captain on here someday. He spent 50 years training me to do this job. As the captain on board, you don't have to be a pastor or anything like that. You're not required to preach on Sundays, but you are required to be mindful of the context of what we do here from a spiritual aspect. It's not something that normal ship captains are used to doing, but it's something that I've learned to grow into. By no means do I see myself as a counsellor or along those lines, but I guess there's a counselling element involved with all the jobs. I feel a real privilege to just play a small part in that. To me, it's just coincidental that I happen to be the captain on here because I feel that everybody who's on this ship brings the same message of hope and healing, regardless of your role on board. There's no other ship in the world that has a cargo of hope and healing. So it's a huge honor just to be in that cohort. And you can see the dramatic effect that this has on people who receive surgeries here. I love to see the little kids that coming on board for the orthopedic surgery, they can hardly walk up the gangway. When you see them after they've had their particular surgeries, they are kicking little plastic footballs around in the corridors on the ward, and that's why I'm here.
Being a photographer on Mercy Ships, our main job is to follow the patient's stories. My name is Joshua Chow, and I am a photographer aboard the Africa Mercy in Madagascar. We meet all the patients who come aboard, and we see whose story would be something that's really compelling that we want to share on behalf of Mercy Ships. Then we ask them, hey, would it be okay if we followed you through your entire surgical process from beginning all the way to the very end? If possible, we go to their homes first to see what life was like before they have the surgery. And then we follow them to the Hope Center where all the patients stay before they meet the doctor. Then to the surgery room, into the OR. Then take them back to the wards where they go through this long healing process, and all the nurses take really good care of them. They get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then we take them all the way back to their homes. The last one we went to, there was I think almost 150 people just all gathered together to celebrate the healing of the patient. Yeah, so it's a really, really cool experience.
So you remember Fabi Zara?
Hey, yeah, my favorite. I thought she already had her surgery.
Yeah, she did, and she's doing really well, actually. And I learned the news that she's having her wedding next week.
No way.
Yeah, and you've worked so closely with her, and she appreciated all you've done, so she wanted to extend an invite for you to her wedding.
No. Okay, you know, in the countryside, photos like aren't that common to have. And so, do you think it would be a possibility to maybe bring my camera along and take some photos as a gift for her?
I think you absolutely should do that. She's gonna love that.
Okay. Can you check with her to see if it's cool for me to be her wedding photographer?
Yeah. I'll try to find that out for you, like, as soon as possible.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
Bye.
Bye.
There's this patient, her name is Babit Sara. When we first met her, she is a little bit shy, a little insecure about the goiter on her neck. She wasn't very secure about the way that she presented herself to the world, so much so that she didn't actually get her identification papers renewed because she didn't want that goiter that she had to be immortalized on a piece of paper.
Once upon a time, she hid her face in the shadows. Oh, what a lonely place. Dreams of love felt so far away, but mercy whispered, you're gonna be okay.
Beautiful! Once she got out of surgery, we took her immediately to take passport photos and get everything like laminated, and she had like the card and we did the whole photo shoot. She was so excited. She really is one of my favorite patients. I really want to do something special for her. Sebastian, Connor, what's up? How are you?
Yo, what's up, Josh? What are you doing here?
You know how we go to visit the patients for communications?
Yeah.
Take some photos, videos and stuff. Yeah, so one of our patients, she's having a wedding next week.
Word, okay.
She's been really looking forward to this, and I was wondering, I wanted to like give her some sort of gift. Also gonna bring my camera as well. I'm gonna photograph for the story, maybe give her some photos afterwards, print them off. Yeah, what do you think?
If you just give me some dimensions, then we can make up a frame, and then you could give that to her as like a gift.
Yo, I love it.
We could probably go into town and find some wood to like build it out of, so it's a little bit more authentic. I mean, when is the wedding?
Yes, it's gonna be next week, so if you guys can get it together in the next couple of days.
For sure, yeah. We'll make a trip in, and then we'll be able to, to get that done.
Okay, cool.
That'd be sweet.
See you later.
Sweet, man.
Bye.
Stoked for this.
Honestly feel like you figure out some of the rhythms of the country that you're in so that you can make a better connection to the people who live there. I'm Bambi Hawkins, and I'm the executive assistant to the managing director on the Global Mercy. The dynamics of how people move about in the Freetown area, especially because it is a busy city, I've noticed there's just this almost magical flow of how people intertwine and weave in and out of each other. I arrived on the Global Mercy in March of 2023. From age 18, when I was getting ready to go off to college, I looked at West Africa as a place I felt like I was supposed to be. So I became a paramedic for 30 years. Mercy Ships itself I saw on a commercial late night television working as a paramedic, and it was a ship going to West Africa, and I thought, that's the ship I'm supposed to be on. I'm a connection point for pretty much anybody on the ship.
So Rachel said there is a place that she has gone before that she wants to check out.
Looking for a piece of material, everybody.
The cafe is where I choose to volunteer because I thoroughly enjoy a few things about it. I come here to serve the crew. That is what I feel God brought me to Mercy Ships for. They're doing all of this work for patients, for people in the country, and I get to serve them. So I started asking a question when I opened up the cafe.
Saturdays, I ask a simple question. This past Saturday, it was, if you were color green, which color green would you be? Then on Sundays, I try to go a little deeper. It typically is something that when I've been doing my Bible study for the week, I then ask the community and I put it out in a post and say, come have your morning coffee and here's your question.
Inga! Hi, honey. You're my second single shot already this morning, so people must have slept well with the coming rain last night, so. Wow, look at this. Oh no, oh no. Is Margareta okay? Guys, we need to go help her. Are you okay? You okay? Okay. Is she okay? I'm gonna have to change my clothes. Oh my word. You guys, we should get the ones on this side too before they blow away. There's more over here.
It takes a family mentality and a family that you really want to stay connected with to be a part of this. I get told that I'm kind of a mom.
Oh, I'm soaked.
With Christ as our head, and that being the family that we truly all connect through, it makes it a much more peaceful family than most I've seen elsewhere.
When I was in medical school in 2003, an anesthesia registrar came and talked about mercy ships and said it was one of the best things that she'd ever done, and just immediately applied because it was one of the things that I was desperate to do.
My name is Sarah Kwok. I'm from the UK and I'm lead anesthesiologist for the Global Mercy.
And so when the opportunity came to be a long-term volunteer in 2019 as the anesthesia supervisor or head of anesthesia, I took it. So this is OR 3 and this is the max fax room. And despite the fact that we're in OR 3, it should all look the same. I was overseeing all of the operating rooms, taking care of all of the visiting anesthesiologists who would come every 2-3 weeks, orientate them to the space and also to the people. And so we need to bring everyone together to work in the safest way possible. And so that's why we standardize our care as much as possible. Mercy Ships has 2 strategic pillars: direct medical services, where we provide surgical care, but also we want to train and educate the local healthcare professionals in the countries that we visit. We don't want to be here eventually, you know, in 20 years' time. We want them to be able to provide their own surgical care to their population. In 2018, I came for 2 weeks, and I honestly feel like I was transformed. I've never met so many people who are willing to help. I've never worked in such a friendly environment where it was encouraging, where no question was stupid. There were people who came and supported me. Yeah. Oh, nice to see that. Yeah. So much. I just think it's just such an environment where you can grow as a person, you can grow as a professional, you see tangible change and like futures transformed right in front of you on a daily basis. And I honestly have to say it's hands down the most fulfilling job that I've ever done in my life. So my husband Thomas is the head chef on the Africa Mercy. Very soon I'm going to be heading back to Madagascar and I'm super pumped. We've actually been apart for a couple of months and it's been tough. Like, we're newlyweds, we're still in the first year of marriage, and he's in Madagascar and I'm in Sierra Leone. And so I'm really excited to go. And I miss him.
Coming up on the Mercy Ships.
So I started asking a question when I opened up the cafe. When you're face to face with God, how do you anticipate you will experience that?
Bambi, you know how to get me in the morning.
Okay, folks, as you can see from the screen behind me that they're doing a lot of surgeries this week in the hospital. That means there's going to be a high demand for blood. This is your chance to step up today and contribute to the very necessary work in the hospital.
Hey, Brianna.
Hey, how's it going?
You know that patient that we discussed last week where we asked for 2 units of blood?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid we're going to need 5 units of blood ready to go in about 2 hours.
So we got the 2 units ready when you guys asked for it yesterday, but so you'll need another 3?
The surgeons think that there's going to be some extra bleeding, so they just want to be cautious. I mean, maybe put an overhead to all the crew. I'm so sorry about that.
You know, we'll get right on it.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Brianna Charlson, and I'm from Aurora, Ontario in Canada, and I'm a medical laboratory technologist. I had looked in the past into ways to volunteer as a lab tech. There's not a lot of options because it's a very equipment-reliant role. As a medical laboratory technologist, we do pre-op screening tests, so every patient who comes on this ship gets blood work done to assess that they're healthy enough to withstand the stress of surgery on their body.
In hospitals at home, we have blood banks with people from the local population giving blood, and it's just a bank you can tap into whenever you want. On the ship, because we're off the coast of West Africa, we don't have that luxury, and actually the crew are our blood bank. In emergency situations where we need blood quickly, the blood's checked once with the lab tech and then another time in the operating room. The blood is still warm from a crew member before it actually goes into the patient. On a given day, if we need blood in the OR, then what they'll do is they'll call up the specific crew member and they will come down, give their blood, usually a pint.
Hello?
Hey, are you busy today?
Yeah, kind of.
Would you be able to sneak away for a bit to help us? We need some blood for a big surgery.
Yeah, sure, I'll come.
Okay, thank you. As fast as possible.
Oh, see you there soon.
See you. The OR, the main thing we do with them is we give units of blood. So we're responsible for collecting the units of blood and like testing the blood type. I think I first came because I love the thought of being able to use my knowledge and talents in a very practical way to help others. But I think the reason that I stayed is I kind of just fell in love with the work environment we have here. Like, I think it's very rare that you're surrounded by people who are all motivated by the same cause and are all working together for the same mission. So I find that, yeah, it's a really cool team to be a part of.
This is Dike. Good morning. When there's children on the ICU, I will be just focused on that child on the ICU, monitoring their every breath, basically. My name is Dike van Tel. I'm from the Netherlands, from the city of Rotterdam, and on the ship I work as an ICU pediatric nurse. When there's no children on the ICU and I work on the maxillofacial ward, we treat people who had surgery on their face, mostly, up until like this area. What makes this work so beautiful is that people who come in have a deformity that is really visible. So they are very traumatized, they're sometimes cast out, and then they come to us and they receive surgery. And it's a whole super intense process of healing and of really sticking together with your patient, affirming them that things are going to be all right, help them on their way to healing and a face that is more like other faces. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Music is everything to me, especially worship music is really my way of communicating with God, bringing him the honor and the glory that he deserves. Raximo! How are you?
Oh, good.
Long time no see, man.
Yeah, I'm around, though. Andrew Amarasing Momo, popularly known as Raximo. I'm from Sierra Leone and Guinea. I work in the OR and the sterile processing department. Our duty is to collect all the dirty instruments from the OR to the decontam and make it clean and new for surgeons to take care of our patients. Things I like to do outside work, like music. I do music. All of my time is music, yeah. Music to me is a God gift. I can be doing something and something can just speak in me. And I started meditating over it, and at the end of the day, I found it to be music in myself. Put it down, yeah, that kind of, I got inspiration.
The first few months that I knew Raximo, I didn't even know he was into music. Until I came back this time in Sierra Leone and I met him again. I found out that Raximo did music. And then he actually told me that for a few months he had already been working on a song about mercy ships.
Yeah, I had a title and I was working on a song like Hope and Healing in the reggae version. I bring that hope and healing to the world forgotten part. Bring that hope and healing, yeah. And she would go, oh, yeah, we can do this.
So we started talking about that, and we are actually now in the process of writing this song about the vision and the values of Mercy Ships.
And now he asked me to, work on this track with him, go to the studio with him and record it. So, I guess that's what we'll do.
So I started in Senegal asking a question when I opened up the cafe. And I put it out in a post and say, come have your morning coffee, and here's your question. On this ship, it's so diverse and everybody is so accepting because of mostly being, I believe, a family that is based on Christ. So the question, did you hear what it was? Or did you read what it was? The question is, when you're face to face with God, how do you anticipate you will experience that?
And it's quite early to talk about those things.
It's early for a question like that.
Baby, you know how to get me in the morning. If you have a friend that you are really well connected with, and then you get to see that friend once a year, and the moment you see that person, it's like you've never been away. Right. I hope it will be like that.
Me, I'm gonna hug him.
I can imagine that. But I'll just be flat on the floor.
It's love for me. I'm hugging him because his love for me and for humanity is really profound and indescribable. I'm just gonna hug him and say, "Oh."
Okay, flat on the floor.
Flat on the floor.
What makes you flat on the floor when you experience God face to face?
Just the awe, I think. You know how we always say awesome?
Yeah.
Just in regular life, and just in normal life, we always say awesome, and we never really understand the true meaning of it. And I think that is gonna be awe.
I feel like it will be just pure happiness.
It'll be like a sunrise, let's say.
Ooh, like the sunrise.
Like, and I got this takeaway from someone who I met in Australia. I'd always ask her, are you doing okay? Are you happy? But if she wasn't doing very well, she'd be like, oh, I'm a 6 out of 10. And then I'd be like, oh, so how would you get better? And she was like, oh, well, if it was a 7 out of 10, it'd be this. If it was an 8 out of 10, it'd be this. If it was a 9 out of 10, it'd be this. If it was a 10 out of 10, I'd be hugging Jesus right now. And I was like, God, that's a very good answer. When there'll be a day where there's a 10, and that will be when I get to see God face to face.
One day we'll see him face to face. In his embrace we'll find our place. With love we sail through every sea. Together with Christ we are a family.
This is Brianna interview number 2.
Wow. This is Wednesday. That's not a drill.
All emergency teams, muster at the Bravo staircase. Repeat, muster at Bravo staircase.
There is a fire in the carpenter's storeroom. Go inside, assess the situation, and recover the injured. EMTs, please proceed to deck 2, carpenter's storeroom.
Start the house. Ready? Start the house.
My leg is stuck.
EMT, this is on-scene command. Proceed to deck 2, storeroom. We have 1 major injury.
What's the situation here? Bambi, what's happened? Thank you.
Oh, hey. I know you're all waiting to find out what happened to Bambi, and I promise I'll get you to episode 2 right away. But first, I just wanted to share a couple of quick things. My name's Joe Justice. I'm one of the story developers on the Mercy Ships. And if you're a member of the Angel Guild, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. It's because of you and your membership that we're able to make this story possible and tell the amazing stories of these volunteers and the people they serve. So thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. We can't wait to bring you the rest of season 1 and season 2. As you saw, the crew's on the ship filming season 2 right now. We can't wait to share that with you. And if you haven't yet, please go use that share free access button on the show. Share it with all your friends and family. Share every episode if you want. The more the merrier. We really appreciate that. But if you aren't a member of the Angel Guild yet, now's your chance to go to angel.com/Mercy Live and sign up. When you do, you'll help tell stories and help more people find out about these amazing ships, find out about, take a peek into the lives of these volunteers and see what they do when they're volunteering, but also what they do when they get some much needed time off from all the work they're doing. You'll also be bringing so much more of this great content on Angel to people who need to see it and to yourself and your family. I know my family's big fans of the Tuttle Twins, Wingfeather Saga, Rule Breakers, and a lot of the other great content. Now with the New Testament series out too, we're really excited for that. So if you're not a member yet, go to angel.com/Mercy Live and sign up today and be a part of bringing light into this world instead of just complaining about the darkness. So I hope you'll do that right now. And without further ado, we'll get you back to season 2. Let's find out, episode 2. Let's find out what happened to Bambi.
Previously on the Mercy Ships.
All emergency teams, muster at the Bravo staircase. Repeat, muster at Bravo staircase.
Fire teams are proceeding to location 1.
EMT, this is on scene command. Proceed to deck 2, storeroom. We have 1 major injury.
Bambi, what's happened? Thank you. Guys, can we get some pressure on this here? Bambi, I'm going to have a look underneath this, okay? I'm going to look at your leg. Okay.
Really good. Okay, you comfortable?
Repeat blood pressure. Okay, so our blood pressure 70/30. We've had a degree of massive blood loss and we've also got a head injury. How are you doing there, Bambi?
You still with us?
Bambi, can you hear us? Angie, it's on your call.
Okay, great. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So there's no obvious bleeding or hemorrhage from this side, guys. You can just roll her back on your count, Angie. Ready, steady, up.
The injury victim has been evacuated from deck 2. Over.
All emergency teams, the drill is ended. I repeat, the drill is ended for all emergency teams.
So you can see we've done the drill this morning. We practice these because we have real life emergencies and we've got to provide care for all the crew.
The scenario was somebody was in carpentry and they had multiple injuries, including a head injury, hemorrhaging arm, and a crush injury to the leg. So as a team, we have to initially assess, stabilize, and then make them ready for transfer.
Alex surprised me with getting to be the casualty this week. You get the makeup from Heather, and she does a fabulous job of making it look real. To see our fire crews practice is essential because you get the anxieties out, you get the team coordination in. When we actually go out there for a victim, we're ready.
And is it fun?
It is fun. Isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah.
On this episode of the Mercy Ships.
Good morning. I get so close with the patient and their family. We don't talk about all the things that are going wrong. No, we're talking about hope and we're talking about healing.
We give the wrong blood to the wrong person, we can cause a reaction which might result in them dying.
They installed a new transformer. The electrical cables were not mounted very well. So I think that we're totally off the grid now.
For me, it's really enjoyable to see progress in your work from the beginning of the day to the end of the day.
Is Trish's shoe finished?
Yeah.
Ah! This is great.
What is it about Anton that you like?
There's a lot about Anton that I like.
So when I went home after that short stint as a 2-weeker, I kind of said, how do I bring a piece of the ship back to where I work? And then as soon as you get back into the mundane day-to-day work of in the UK as the NHS, I just couldn't capture it, and I didn't know why. As I started talking to other Mercy shippers, I just realized that it's probably not possible to bring that back over. And so it actually made me want to go back to the ship. I have my suitcase, and it's pouring with rain. So I'm pretty happy that I'm leaving. I'm really excited. It's gonna take about 12 hours, but in 12 hours, I'll be in Sierra Leone. Made it through into Heathrow, through security and everything. On my layover in Brussels, this is the flight queue for Freetown that heads on to Monrovia. It's a big queue. So we're at hour 14 of travel, and I mean, look at this place. It's pretty amazing and pretty. Nice sunset. African sunsets are the best. Oh yeah. As I transitioned into being a long-termer, I still thought I could do everything. And so then I just kind of learned that you, as someone who needs to bide their time, you kind of just need to work on a slower pace. I went out less, I took more care for myself, I read some books, spent more time with Jesus, and now I feel like I have a more balanced life. Look at this place. We're like playing pickleball in Freetown on deck 11 of the Global Mercy. It's a great way of relaxing, chilling out, releasing some of that tension and stress from the work downstairs. We get to do pickleball, there's also basketball court, there's a swimming pool. It's pretty cool. Very soon I'm gonna be heading back to Madagascar, and I'm super pumped. I mean, there are big differences between the ship, but the most important thing for me is that Thomas is on the Africa Mercy, so I'm really excited to go. And Madagascar is an incredibly beautiful country as well.
Good morning. Howdy, buddy. So yeah, this is the one being filled up.
My name is Erik Jan Beerlage. I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm serving here as a Hope Center manager. I've been now roughly 1.5 years with Mercy ships on this vessel, the Global Mercy. I'm responsible for the land-based facility that we are operating here in Sierra Leone. It has a bed space capacity of 164 patients, and this is where they can have their accommodation before and after surgery.
My name is Anton Eriksson. I'm from Sweden. My commitment on the ship is as a Hope Center facilitator.
Good morning.
As a Hope Center facilitator, I have a wide range of tasks. There's usually 2 or 3 of us at the Hope Center with a larger team of day crew, which are locally hired staff for Mercy ships. It's a little bit of like a work leader. We delegate a lot of tasks to the team. We keep track of all the patients, all their next appointments. If they have any issues, they come to us. We solve problems that come up. We make sure they have a place to sleep and that we order food for everyone.
The Hope Center is located in the middle of Freetown. It comes with a lot of challenges, limitation in the water, frequent power outages.
Because since yesterday I noticed that the electrical power cables, they're hanging low. And so I think that we're totally off the grid now.
They installed a new transformer, all the while the electrical cables were not mounted very well. So the next day when we were around, we all of a sudden see another truck trying to pass. Someone climbs up in the truck and tries to get the power cables away. It's crazy scenarios that you wouldn't see back home.
At that moment, our generator kicked on, so we need to check on the fuel.
Well, actually always something going on. It's part of the experience of being more off-ship.
Come coming up on the Mercy ships.
I was kind of struggling with lyrics, so I just decided to talk to my patients. I wanted to learn to understand what life was like before you knew you could get surgery. That really inspired me, that only God could do this, together with God's input. We need to make this song. Today we are in a more rural part of Freetown. Here's a studio of a guy called Wise. He is an incredible producer. So we drove here all the way from the ship and we are here to record a song. So what I love about this environment, it's very different from what I'm used to recording in the West. We got dogs walking around, we got chickens. We always have to keep the door shut because everything runs on a generator here. Because the electricity supply, the light supply is not steady. So that's why we run everything on a generator. You hear it right there, real life.
But I need something more goofy, you know, that kind of... Yeah, but how will take it to 100? I was working with Rasmo like for a couple of years now. You know, we met in Conakry, we worked on a couple of songs. Yeah, I love music because it's the only thing that makes me feel happy. If you don't love it, you don't make money out of it. You got to give it your time first and see what comes after. So all my time, I've been giving it to music and I feel it's a blessing. Look at me now.
Look at me now. To be very honest with you, when we drove here this morning, I was still like, okay, I'm not sure how I'm gonna find myself in this situation. Because we're working with Raxmo and Wise, those guys are musical geniuses. So they already have the track, they have the lyrics, they have everything in their mind, which is a gift. But for me, it's sometimes hard to tap into, like, okay, what are you thinking? What are we doing? So a few days ago, Raxmo told me, Dika, it's like this. You have to trust me in this one. We're gonna go to the studio, and there I'll speak my mind. I'll tell Wise what I need and what I hear in my head, and he's gonna make it a real thing. I like this. I like this.
It is Wise, man. That's how, yeah, we cook. We cook here very well.
So and that happened today. To me, that is truly a miracle. Because for me, it was nowhere yet, but for Raxmo knew we are gonna do this right now, and it's great.
Wise man.
Wise
man and the East Coast, man.
This is good for the verse. This guitar, this is nice. In the part leading up to today, I was kind of struggling with lyrics, to be very honest with you. I was really praying about it. I was trying to find inspiration because I really want to create a certain feeling that my patients are going through. I was still struggling with the words and how to find the right feeling, so I just decided to talk to my patients. For example, there is one guy, he's 16 years old, and because of an infection that he had in his youth, a big part of his nose was no longer there. So what we did on Mercy Ships is we kind of gave him a new nose. So I talked to him yesterday. I said, I want to learn to understand what life was like for you before you knew you could get surgery. Like, were you just as happy? Because he's a bright kid now. He said, no, I was not happy. I was always inside. I would never go, in Korea we say waka waka. I would never go for a walk. And then he said, Didi, but now when I go back to my village, I'm gonna waka waka. I'm gonna walk, I'll be out there. That really inspired me that only God could do this. And we need to make this song. During recording, Raximo came to me that he felt like something was missing on the track. And then he had this idea. Wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love this idea.
When a patient is seen in pre-op, we normally estimate how much blood loss they're going to have, and according to that, we order some units of blood. When this patient was seen in pre-op, we estimated that they would need 2 units of blood. When the surgeons re-evaluated, they realized that there was a high bleeding risk and we might need 5 units of blood. Hey, Brianna.
Hey, we just finished getting our 4th unit ready.
4th one. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. And we've got one more coming.
I'm about to collect the 5th unit. Do you think you'll need more after
No,
that?
no, I think we're pretty good actually.
Okay.
But should we do a quick ID badge?
Yeah.
So the SLF number is 09187.
Perfect.
And it's O negative.
We always are very vigilant with our checks. We do 2 checks, one with the lab tech when we collect it, and then once again in the OR. And the reason why we do these checks is because if we give the wrong blood to the wrong person, then we can cause a reaction which might result in them dying. So it's really important that we do these checks. We're looking really good, but we are definitely going to need them all, so this is great. Thanks. Let me just sign them.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Perfect.
See you
Thanks
soon.
so much.
Hello?
Hey, would you be able to sneak away? You need some blood for a big surgery.
Yeah, sure, I'll come.
Okay, thank you. As fast as possible.
Hello. I realized I haven't even signed up to be a blood donor yet, so I thought I might do that to help out in the future. It was Brianna who ended up being the one to draw my blood during the whole encounter, since it was during the time where we kind of just had a crush on each other. Just before that even happened, she was really nervous.
I had done phlebotomy and stuff, which I'm used to drawing blood, but when you're drawing a unit of blood, it's a much bigger needle. Like, you should see the size comparison between the two. So one thing I hadn't quite mastered was that you don't have to put a tourniquet around their arm quite as tight as I usually would. So that by the end, though, he had a whole trail of blood down his arm, pooling underneath his arm, and it looked a lot worse than it was, I think.
So definitely after she squirted blood all over my arm, she was even more nervous and probably a bit embarrassed about it.
Collected it very successfully. I did a great job, despite what he may claim.
I ended up taking a picture of it just to tease her with it in the future. But we laughed about it then, and we still do now, so.
Stay sitting for a minute, okay? We can get you a juice and a snack. Here you are.
Thank you. Much better this time. I hope you have a nice rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you for stopping by.
No problem. See you later.
Yeah, take it easy.
With the help of the crew donors today, we were able to complete the surgery. The patient was able to remain in stable condition with the transfusion of the 5 units, and we were able to remove the maxillofacial tumor without further complications.
What is it about Anton that you like?
There's a lot about Anton that I like.
Hello.
Hello.
How's the rest of your day?
He's very patient. He's very kind, always willing to help people when they need it.
What's happened since the last couple months here?
In the last couple months, I got engaged.
Coming up on the Mercy ships.
And every day we visit the patients in the most lonely places. Good morning. They always nod their head like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, it's amazing.
All good?
Yeah, how's it going?
Aye, not bad, not bad. Just trying to fix this in place.
So this is the actual size they wanted, was 3 pallets high. So this is being used off the ship?
It's more of an examination bed. So the idea is the patient or whoever's coming to the hospital will lie down there, and then they can also have it up like this. I'm going to build a wee arm on here to hold it in place so they can examine them. It's like a wee examination bed. My name is Cameron Arbuckle. I am from Scotland, and I'm a carpenter on board the Global Mercy. So yeah, just gotta put these hinges on, gotta put these nice covers on, and then got to put an arm in it. Mainly the reason I came here first was I love boats, I love doing carpentry, and I love working for Jesus. And this is all I want to do here. Being a carpenter, I want to do work that actually means something, actually doing some good in the world. I work with another carpenter from America. He's a very cool guy. He's really knowledgeable of the ship. He's been here longer than I've been here. And whenever I've got a problem or need help with stuff, I ask him a lot of questions.
My name is George Benetti. I'm from Rochester, New York, and I am a carpenter on the Global Mercy. I've been with Mercy Ships for 2.5 years. I first found out about Mercy Ships from a friend that I had just made, and he had just returned from the Africa Mercy. He had been there for 2 years, I think. All he could talk about was Mercy Ships. At the time, I was studying abroad in Rotterdam in the Netherlands, and Abigail, she saw an ad on YouTube. So it was the same week we both heard about it, different sides of the planet. And it was definitely a seed had been planted in both of our minds. A couple years later, we were married, we had jobs that were okay, but Abigail in particular was really looking to do more with her videography skills. She knew that Mercy Ships was a good option to be able to come do film work. It's really enjoyable to see progress in your work from the beginning of the day to the end of the day.
And the nice thing is, I've not fixed it together yet, so we can quite easily take it a bit, put it in the car,
yeah.
and hopefully I'm just going to screw it together, so it means if they want to change it or alter it, they can easily unscrew it and do what they want with it. So,
as a carpenter, I like to say that I'm responsible for the health and safety and welfare of the crew and the patients on the ship. That looks like safety and security requests from the captain and the officers. We've even built surgical instruments to help with specialized surgeries, to helping make improvements around the ship in the dining room to make things easier, more enjoyable for the crew, or building shoes for the patients. Every day is something new and very, very unique work.
Hey, George.
Hey, Ori.
Hey, is just a shoe finish.
Yeah.
Ah, this is great. This will work out with this
Okay.
1 centimeter leg
Yeah,
discrepancy.
let me know if
This
you
is-
need.
What, can I color this black if he
Oh,
wants
yeah.
it to blend in?
Yeah, he'll probably
All
like
right,
that.
I'll let you know how it works and if we need anything else with it, but thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
there's so much I love about being here. I love the work we do, bringing the hope and healing to people who don't have it, and it's so much fun and variety in what I get to do here. Hello.
Morning.
How's it
Morning,
going?
Cameron.
What's up?
Got a job for you.
Ah, of course you do.
Palliative care, I think, is one of the most special departments on the ship. My name is Willianne, and I am from the Netherlands, and I am the team leader of palliative care. So the patient's journey starts, and they come to the ship, and then the doctors find out we cannot help this person because the tumor is malignant or that it's very dangerous to operate. So when a patient cannot be helped, then they come to the palliative care team. We have the opportunity to go right into the community and be part of the community. And every day we visit the patients in the most lonely places. Good morning. When I say I'm a palliative care nurse, they always nod their head like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, it's amazing. And what a lot of people don't realize is that we laugh more with the patients and sing and dance with the patients. We don't talk about all the things that are going wrong. No, we're talking about hope. And we're talking about healing. Healing is not just physical. Healing is also how are you doing mentally and how are you doing in your heart? How are you doing with your family? How are you doing with God? That is also healing. It's the beginning when I meet a patient and their family. There is no hope. They are depressed, they are anxious, and they are mad. But during weeks, months that we are there, we see people change. We see people heal in their heart and their connection with God. So, Sine, how was your week this week? Sine, when I first met him, he was very devastated because for years he was waiting for Mercy Ship. He didn't go into the community anymore. They isolate themselves. We see is that people, when we first meet them, they don't feel like a human anymore. We visit sometimes twice a week just to say, you are valuable and the sickness that you have is just a little part of you. And now, because we come there every week, a lot of people from the community also visit, so he doesn't feel alone anymore and he feels valuable.
That is actually the most important thing of our job, is just being there and loving them.
A typical visit, what we do is we look at the physical aspect. How are their symptoms going? We look at how are they doing mentally. And we look at the family. So how is the family doing? What does the family need? And we look at their spiritual aspect.
Like how are they feeling towards God?
Dear Father in heaven, as we come to you today, Father, we want to also lift up this family. Leave your spirit behind. Leave your peace behind. Leave your strength behind. Death is something so intimate. I get so close with the patient and their family, so it doesn't feel almost like a patient anymore. It feels like a brother or sister that is passing away. And when we are there, when the moment is there, we pray a lot then with them. We gather around, we hold hands, and we thank God. And it feels like the job is accomplished. Someone is passing away peacefully, knowingly going to God.
In your love divine, peace is what I find. Ready now to go. Heart is full and free. In your love, I know you'll remember me.
Hey Guild members, Tracy Trost here again. I've got a very special guest with me. I don't think you'll see her until about episode 6 or 7, but this is the one and only Selah Moore.
Hi, thank you so much for watching episodes. If you want to see all 10, you just have to join the guild.
Wow, she jumped right in. I was going to introduce her and say something nice about her, but she jumped right in. Selah don't mess around. Anything else you want to say, Selah?
No, just thank you so much for watching the show. We had so much fun filming it.
It was a good time. We did have fun.
Yeah.
All right, watch the Mercy Ships. Thanks.
On this episode of The Mercy Ships.
Caesar, come see this. Do you notice that this temperature is creeping up again?
The seawater system maybe is clogged.
This is an ongoing problem, eh? So we're gonna have to find something to try and improve on this.
Yeah, we need a different solution because as the rainy season is coming, this problem is just becoming worse and worse.
Exactly.
Because we're in port for 10 months of the year without moving, we need to maintain a constant supply of cooling water to the vessel. And that's brought in by intakes underneath the ship. In Sierra Leone, everybody uses the river as a bit of a garbage system. So a big problem for us is the amount of plastic that's in the water. If it goes into our intakes, it's something that could shut us down permanently unless we can resolve this problem. We've gathered together the finest brains available on the vessel to try and come up with a plan as to how best to keep these crucial intakes clear.
My name is Renier Marx. I'm from South Africa, and I'm the chief electrician on the Global Mercy. In 2011, we joined as a family. It's about 13 years now that we've been serving with Mercy ships. As the chief electrician on the Global Mercy, there's about 5 of us, including myself. We are responsible to keep the electrons flowing. But also the maintenance and the repairs of all the safety systems on board, as well as the galley, the laundry, all the machinery equipment. Yeah, and I think in short that's about covering the majority of it. Oh, it's actually quite a lot. I think the advantage of the Global Mercy is that we have so many redundant systems, but your redundant systems can only hold until they are not redundant anymore. You need to have your divers to be able to go down.
On our way back, I guess, when we finish the dive, we'll swim past.
It's not like a normal dive where you're in there swimming with the fishes with nice clear water. My name's Daniel Fraser. I'm from Birkenhead, England. I'm the environmental engineer on the Global Mercy. I'm responsible for waste management on the ship. That means the incineration of waste. we say that it's passed through the human body, sort of thing. I was in the military, the Royal Air Force, for 21 years. When I was near the end of my contract for that, I was looking for another position. And as I'd recently become a Christian, I was hoping to do some work for the Lord. When I came across the Mercy Ships, I saw myself as being able to put my skills in that environment and volunteer for the Mercy Ships and carry on with a life of significance. Swimming under a large vessel, there's nothing but metal above your head. Quite disorientating. Visibility is less than a meter. That's why before we even go in, we have a pre-meeting about things we're going to find and whatnot.
And also on the top side, the dive.
We do take a lot of precautions to be as safe as possible, but it is, of course, still a dangerous task. In past field services, we've had incidents.
Well, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. We just need to reevaluate.
Alex, Captain, you call me?
Yes, Captain, I was calling you. We have to abort the diving operation. The swell is too high and too strong, and I cannot protect the divers.
So Josh, one of our photographers, approached me and asked if I would make a frame for a photo that he's gonna get printed at one of our patients' weddings. So we're gonna go try to find some wood to make that frame. My name is Connor Rogers. I serve on the Africa Mercy. I'm from Corbett, Oregon, and I'm a carpenter. I joined the ship back in November of 2023. It's been 10 months as of today. Yeah, the roads in Madagascar are a bit rough. Well, actually, that's a big improvement, just right there. That's usually like a 6-inch drop-off. So yeah, the roads are not ideal, so it's definitely curbed my hatred for roads back home. Like that. So we were just out walking around, getting here to check out for this wood, and my buddy John from the ship, he's in the deck department, he's one of the day crew, was just driving by and saw me and stopped. John might help us out now, translating a little bit, so it should be a little bit easier than I thought it would be, so.
40,000, Ariari.
40,000 for this?
Yeah, 40,000.
Okay, that's perfect. I think we will, can we take this one?
After
40,000, okay.
Merci.
Hey, all right, here we go. Look at the inside of that thing. Can't even tell where this thing was like growing. You don't see any rings. It's built up and it just grew like a monster. Smell it. You smell it? It's good. It was like God's green earth. I'll see you on Monday, okay?
See you on
Monday. All right, bro. See you, bro. I'm gonna get to build a frame, essentially a custom frame. My mind's already kind of thinking of what that's gonna look like, if it's gonna be something kind of just traditional. I'm really excited. Doing something with Josh just sounds awesome. His creative mind is so brilliant as well. That'll be something really cool.
My name is Darwin Wanjero, and I'm an engine cadet on the ship. I am responsible for making sure that the machineries are running smoothly, operating well, and to report any hazards, change of conditions, failures, or damages to an engineering officer. In 2 weeks, I'll be gathering people around the ship to do a 48-hour film project that involves me being given a character name, a prop, a genre, a line of action, and I'm really looking forward to making this project work.
Hey, morning.
Hey, good morning.
We were supposed to meet at 9 in midships. Are you on your way?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Okay, great. See you soon. Bye.
Hey guys.
Good morning. Rise and shine.
Sorry, I'm not always late.
Don't let it happen again.
I'll be opening doors next time.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I called you guys in because we have a big opportunity to do a 48-hour film project that will be aired in Glasgow, Scotland.
Awesome.
I would like you to take like the DOP role on this and spearhead at least the post-production bit.
My name is Onyedika Chukwu-Ibedu. I'm from Anambra, Nigeria, and I volunteer aboard the African Mercy as a videographer.
Hannah, you're my guy.
My name is Hannah Beckler, and I am the media liaison on the Africa Mercy. I am excited to work with Darwin on his 48-hour film project. As the producer, I will help with casting and coordinating all of the crew involved and logistics regarding transport and food, and hopefully be able to make an entire short film in 48 hours.
Yeah, it's an exciting thing to be a producer, but it's also very hard work.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Awesome. Let's go recruit our team members.
Good to see you, man. What's going on?
I know you have like a really good camera face.
Oh, who told you that?
I know. I want you to be part of the film.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
What's
like,
that gonna
seriously.
entail?
We literally know nothing at the moment, but we have a meeting tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Bro, you don't want me in your video?
So it's camera face only.
Whoa! Shots fired!
Of course, I got you.
Yeah?
You can do it, yeah?
So I don't know if you're willing to do it.
Yes, I'm willing to do it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, brother.
All right. So we're looking at doing the filming on Saturday from...
I can't do Saturday. It's the Youth Beach Day on Saturday. Okay. I'm sorry. Have fun.
I would love to do that.
We'll make it happen.
Awesome. I loved it.
Coming up on the Mercy ships.
If those intakes get blocked, the generators will shut down and we will be without power.
It's really bad underneath there. We're going to need to find something to stop that waste getting in. At the moment, there's just too much waste getting thrown into those vents.
Hello.
Morning.
How's it
Morning,
going?
Cameron.
What's up?
Got a job for you.
Ah.
I'm Laura Blundell. I am from the UK. I am a physical therapist. This is my 4th time with the Mercy ships, but first time with GLM in Sierra Leone. As physiotherapists, we do the pre-op assessments. So the patients, before their surgery, we assess their movement, their function, but also what they want to achieve after their surgery. So we do lots of goal setting and we make it patient-centered. So it's got to be very relevant to what they want to achieve. So they will have their surgeries. Once we know they're fully healed, cast her off, they stay off, and then the hard work starts. Then it's exercises, exercises. A little bit of pain, but got to be cruel to be kind, really. Got to be done. Yep, you remember these?
Yes.
So Abdul needs more adding to the shoe. He's doing really well with it because he's got the 7-centimetre leg length discrepancy.
I think I'm about 30 just now. Yeah, about 29, 30. Yep. Okay. So we need to be there. Well,
Probably about 5. I think would
5
be good.
centimetres roughly.
Yeah. Following some of the orthopaedic surgeries that we have, the patients can be left with leg length discrepancies or additional needs.
So yeah, we can increase it a bit. Will that be enough, do you think, for him adapting to it as it's for the size?
Because it is such a significant height increase, I asked Cameron to do it in increments. There is such a big leg length discrepancy. He's walking like this.
Ah.
So by doing from this position to all the way up to neutral, that's going to completely throw his balance off in the other direction.
I get you, I get you.
So
I can do that, yeah. So I'll increase it by... We'll take it to 5 centimetres just now, and then maybe sometime next week or later on, we'll increase it to the full 70, and that'll be it done, pretty much. How is he finding it just now, then?
Really good, actually. Yes, there is a little bit of extra weight to it, but because he has the foot drop, it's accentuated because of the weight, so we've created a little foot up for him. So ignore that bit.
Yeah. I can probably get it done today, since there's no glue. I'm just using screws in it, so...
Yeah. We can try it on Abdul. You can see how it works for him, see how it fits. So,
cool, yeah,
that's fine.
perfect.
Do you want us to be with me there as we're making that final assessment with it? So.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, I'll let you know when it's done, and I'll see you then.
So, we're doing a 48-hour film project. Don't expect to sleep. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Bro, he's so shocked.
You said this is an all-day thing, Friday through Sunday?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
But on Saturday, we have a youth outing at the beach. I mean, you're part of the youth group, right? You're a leader in the youth group, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's fine. I mean, you already know that I won't be there at all.
Yeah, you will be at beach day.
Yeah.
But on Friday and Sunday, you can still join the team and work with us.
Yeah.
Is everybody aware of what role they have in this production?
No.
Okay, do you want to just run through, you can run through that real quick?
Okay. Melvo is doing costume and makeup. Micheline is coming in as an award-winning writer. Joshua, he's helping us scout for locations across Tuamasina. Rafu is coming in as an actor. He's also a good actor, he's told me. Yeah, Jess is the locations manager of the team. Antonia is coming in as an actress. Preya is also coming in as an actor. Ibedu is doing cinematography. He's the man of the hour. He's also doing a very key thing, which is editing. Mane is the assistant director. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Keep everything in your prayers, and let's see each other on Friday, 8 p.m., all right? Thank you so much.
So one of the key problems about being in a port for 10 months consistently without moving is that we need to take in cooling water from the sea around us to cool our generators. And because we're not moving, then you can get a significant buildup of plastic getting into those intakes. And if those intakes get blocked, the generators will shut down and we will be without power.
On top of my commitment, I volunteer as a diver for the dive team, and we do maintenance under the ship.
Yeah, right, so let's get to it, kids.
Let's go. We go as a dive team and we prepare all the equipment together, make sure everything is set, that it's all working properly.
Heavenly Father, creator of the heavens and the earth, kindle with us your flame of the Holy Spirit. Guide us in this dive, keep us safe, allow us to do our job without impedance, keep our eyes on the task, keep our communications between us well and good. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. That's when we are ready to actually start diving.
The divers still haven't come up.
Okay. All divers out of the water. It's really bad underneath there. We're going to need to find something to stop that waste getting in. At the moment, there's just too much waste getting thrown into those vents.
What did you guys find?
Other than tons of plastic and garbage, it's just mainly large-scale garbage. And a lot of that garbage can be medical garbage, so the issues we have is needles as well. Sometimes you have to make sure you got your knife on you just to cut yourself out of the swirling garbage. So it's definitely, it's humbling when you're under the water to do that work. It's difficult, but it's also rewarding, again, knowing that we're helping the ship function as it needs to function.
Water intakes are very clogged up. We clean the best we can, but we'll have to come up with some kind of solution for the long term.
It's really bad news for us if the generator shut down through lack of cooling. So our carpenter, George, suggested that we make some baskets that will go over the intakes. We're really hoping that this solution will work out. It's something that could shut us down permanently unless we can resolve this problem.
Coming up on the Mercy ships.
You're catching me right now where it's right at the end, and so, yeah, it's been challenging. Onwards to the AFM, onwards to Thomas, to my family there, and to starting surgeries in Madagascar. I'm very excited about Madagascar.
We composed the beat together with Wise and with Raximo.
Yeah.
And honestly, it blew my mind. This is exactly what I was looking for.
Bro, did you feel yourself in?
You did it again. I love it, man. This is great.
I think we're gonna do some vocals, right? You ready now? Because I'm feeling myself like, oh, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we ready. I'm set for vocals.
Okay.
Yeah, though.
Let's do it. Only God can do it for me.
Bringing that open healing.
Only God can do it.
To the world forgotten part.
Only God can turn it around. So earlier, during recording, Raximo came to me that he felt like something was missing on the track. And then he had this idea.
But you know what? Like, I'm still thinking of something else, you know what I mean?
Together with
Yeah,
Wise?
see something wise, man.
He went to a blind school, and these children from the blind school, they are a choir. So he actually came with this idea with like, hey, what do you think if we ask these children if they want to sing on our track? Wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah. So imagine now if we have like
we can use that mechanism on the corner. Yeah, it works that way. Yeah, they can give some back. Yeah, it works.
Obviously, I love this idea.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you think? So you can
we can make it out of a choir, big choir.
Right?
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, Raximo, I really love that idea from the kids with the blind school.
Right.
When you go there, I really want to come.
Okay. I think we can go to the blind school and consider recording there.
Let's do it.
So my husband Thomas is the head chef on the Africa Mercy.
I'm Thomas. I work as a senior chef on the Africa Mercy, and I'm from the Netherlands. I arrived on the ship in the afternoon on the Sunday, so my roommate was like, okay, but someone showed me around, so I want to do the same for him. They invited me to come. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come. I have no friends yet, so let's make some. And yeah, Sarah was in this group as well.
I spent more time with him, I was checking him out, and I felt like I was in a safe space to do it because I wasn't interested in him, I was checking him out for my friend. And then as we grew a friendship together, I realized that he's pretty cool, and he was a chef, and he had tattoos, which is like, you know, not my bag, but I thought, interesting.
Then she was like, okay, I kind of like this guy, so I'm gonna keep this one. I'm not gonna share this with my friends.
I started thinking, wow, he's pretty cool. Maybe something could go further. But eventually, I plucked up the courage and said, hey, do you think something's happening? And he said, yeah, I think something's happening. He was thinking already, like, getting married. And I was thinking, do you want to date? And so within a year, Actually, within 8 months, we were engaged. And then about just over a year after, we got married in Greece last year.
Okay, now it's time for the cake cutting. Can we all give a round of applause?
We invited friends and family and some mercy shippers. So it was amazing. It was a dream, to be honest. Best day of my life.
But then you had to spend some time apart.
Yes, normally I spend every day and my free time with Sarah, and then it's okay, now I have to do my own thing.
You know, you're catching me right now where it's right at the end, and so it's been challenging.
This is the life of a mercy shipper. I've got some blood-giving IV sets and some pulse oximeters that I need to bring to the AFM because our containers haven't got there in time. So yeah.
You hear it a lot, this kind of, these words bandying around like transformation and lives changed. When Mercy Ships sails in, we really do see hope again reignite in people's eyes as we look at them and show them Jesus' love.
Hope and healing on the horizon. Hand in hand we rise up strong.
The reason why we do it is because we need to do it and because we love what we do.
Okay.
In the dark we find
Yeah, lots of love to the kids as well.
Father, we thank you for our
side by side we stand as
We form a community and we form a family. I would say that I have a ship family as well. I have like these girls and guys that will forever be my people. And so I love them like I love my sister, like I love my brother. And it's just it's a beautiful thing.
South Africa?
Mercy Ships also has a spousal rule, which means that no husband should be away from their wife for more than 3 months, which I think is really cool because it means that they respect the sanctity of marriage and they care about the health of our marriage.
Onwards to the AFM, onwards to Thomas, to my family there, and to starting surgeries in Madagascar. I'm very excited about Madagascar.
together we will help the need. In his name we plant the seed.
Coming up on the next episode of The Mercy Ships.
We just really want to work with you guys. So as for now, you are in the Mercy Ships choir.
When we started, we had, I think, about 8 to 10 youth on board. This semester, I think we have 20.
All right, do you guys know what we're doing Saturday?
Hello. How's it going? Your leg's looking good.
We didn't end up thinking that we would be here for ourselves. We thought we would be here to serve others. But at the same time, we've been impacted a lot more than we were expecting. Look at how many people we've helped.
Hey Guild members, Tracy Trost here. I've got a special surprise for you. If you've just watched the episode with Daniel Fraser, and guess who I've got here with me? It's the one and only. Where is he?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello from London.
Daniel Fraser, you know him as Diver Dan. Anything you want to say to the Guild members, Dan?
Yeah, thanks for being a Guild member. All your support really helps us deliver the message of Jesus through the Mercy Ships. Come on, come on.
Yeah, that's good. So, keep watching. If you'd like to see the rest of the episodes of Mercy Ships, it's super easy. Just join the Guild and you can see all 10 episodes. Right now, we're filming season 2, and Daniel's in season 2.
No, I'm not. Am I?
He's in season 2. Don't listen to him. All right. Thanks so much.